tropical storm. Hello? So, that's a violent tropical storm, a violent tropical storm in which strong winds move. I can just be mindful of this question. A violent tropical storm in which strong winds move in a circle is called dash. Tornado, typhoon, hurricane, and gale. Which is the correct answer? No, tornado. So correct option is tornado. Tornado. Okay. Then who collected the last letter of Lencho? Who collected the last letter of Lencho from the mailbox? Because whenever Lencho posted the letters in the mailbox, who came forward and took all these letters away with him? So who collected the last letter of Lencho from the mailbox? The postman, the postmaster, the clerk, and the postpion. Anyone can give the correct option for this question? Again, listen to this question. Who collected the last letter of Lencho from the mailbox? From the mailbox.
The postmaster.
Thank you.
Postmaster, sir. Postmaster.
Okay, postmaster. Lencho's family lived in a okay. Okay, so Lencho's family lived in a gas house in the middle of the valley. Option number 1, wooden. Option number 2, solitary. Option number 3, cottage. Last option, stone.
Solitary.
Okay, thank you. The correct answer. Correct option for this question. Then, who's working? Anything? Then the next, who was working like an animal in the fields? Who was working like an animal in the fields? Option number 1, Lencho, his friend, his neighbor, and non Lencho. Okay, is the correct answer. Correct option or correct answer for this question. Then, all through the night, Lencho thought only of one hope. I can just be mindful of this question. All through the night, Lencho thought only of one hope. The help of God. Option number 2, the help of his friend. Option number 3, the help of his father. Last option, the help of his village. So which option is the most appropriate and exact one to find the correct answer of this question? Help from God. Okay, thank you. Help from God is the correct option or correct answer for this question. Third question. Then the word pesos means dash silver coins. Option number 1, silver 2. Option number 2, new silver coins. Option number 3, currency of several Latin American countries. Last option, money of in India. You can give me the correct option or the correct answer of this shared told question. The word pesos means dash silver coins, new silver coins, currency of several Latin American countries, and last one, money of India. That is C, currency of several Latin American countries. Who was a hard-working farmer? Who was a hard-working who was a hard-working farmer. Option number one. At first, just listen to the options. Then after you have to find out the correct option for this question or correct answer for this question. Who was a hard-working farmer? Stephen Lencho, Lencho's brother, and last option the writer, Lencho. Okay, thank you. That's the correct answer or correct option for this question. Because you see here you have 4 options. So you have to find out or choose any one of the 4 to make the entire questions or the single question asked by me to all of you. Then Lencho, who saw the huge mountains of clouds, who saw the huge mountain of clouds approaching. Can anyone explain me the meaning of this word approaching? Who can say? Who can give me a sentence using this word approaching? Approaching. Who can just make a sentence using this word approaching? Because you are asked to make a sentence in your coming examination, then how can you make a sentence using this word approaching? What the meaning of this word is actually, so that you will be able to, it will be easy for all of you to frame a sentence. Evening is approaching. Evening is approaching means coming very near, getting very near. That's becoming very closer. Okay, so that's who saw the huge mountains of clouds approaching. The villagers, the passers-by, Lencho, his friend. Answer, please. Lencho, thank you. Correct answer. The correct option for this question, or you can call it as also correct answer. Lencho's cornfield was totally damaged. Lencho's cornfield was totally damaged by a dash hailstorm. Option number 1. Option number 2, heavy wind. Option number 3, incessant rain. So, can say what is the meaning of incessant rain? What is the meaning of incessant rain? Anyone? What is the meaning of incessant rain? Or can you make a sentence using this word incessant? Incessant. So rain is falling incessantly, continuously. Well, so Lencho's cornfield was totally damaged by dash hailstorm, heavy wind, incessant rain, and dew drops. Hailstorm. Okay, correct answer or correct option for this question. The next person to the next. Lencho wrote a letter to God. Lencho wrote a letter to God asking for a dash. Again, listen to the question. Lencho wrote a letter to God asking for a dash. 200 pesos, 100 pesos, 300 pesos, and nothing. 100. Okay, correct answer, correct option for this question. All right. The next, God will certainly help. God will certainly help dash during his hour of crisis. God will certainly help during his hour of crisis. Dash. My God will certainly help to whom? So here 4 options are there. Lencho, 1, Daedalus, his father, and innocent people. Again, Lencho. Okay, that's the correct answer or correct option for this question. God will certainly help Lencho. Lencho during his hour of crisis. Whenever Lencho that faced difficulties in his life, so God he made his earnest request to God to help him in this crisis, and God also descended from the top and helped him accordingly. Who broke down in grief? Who broke down in grief? Lopez, Lencho, the writer, the thief. Who broke down in grief? Because whenever all his crops failed, so Lencho broke down in grief. He became very, very sad. Or sorry for that. So who broke down in grief? Lopez, That is option number 2, Lencho. Option number 3, the writer. And last option, the thief, Lencho. Okay, right. That's the correct option or correct answer for this question. Then, G.L. Fuentes, the writer of this prose, G.L. Fuentes, was born in the year 1801. Option number 1, 1895. Option number 2, 1893. Option number 3, 1901. And last option, 1835. Which is the correct option? 1895, right? Is the correct option or correct answer of this question. Okay. Then, so now we have to pass on to discuss. So now we completed this approach, a letter to God by G.L. Fuentes. So now, pass on to just discuss. That is the poem, The Solitary Reaper. What do we mean by reaper? We can say at its a single word, so we have to just use some more words in place of this single word. That is called one word substitute. One word substitute. In the place of some lengthy expressions, we sometimes seek the help of a single word, and also vice versa. So reaper means one who reaps. Solitary reaper means lonely reapers. The reaper is alone, no one was there to reap with him. That is called the solitary reaper or lonely reaper. So by William Wordsworth. This poem is by William Wordsworth. So now, ready to just listen to the questions and answer the correct options. The poem The Solitary Reaper. The poem The Solitary Reaper is written by dash C.F. Alexander, William Wordsworth, Sarojini Naidu, and last one Rabindranath Tagore. Wordsworth, very good. A well-known and reputed writer written this poem Solitary Reaper. Then next, who sings welcome notes? Who sings welcome notes? Who sings welcome notes? The cuckoo, the nightingale, the solitary reaper, and the last one, the weary traveler. Okay, the nightingale. Nightingale is a lovebird. It sings different types of songs in a quite musical and sweet tone. Wait. When does the cuckoo bird sing? When does the cuckoo bird sing? When does the cuckoo bird sing? Option number 1 in autumn, option number 2 in spring, option number 3 in summer, last option is in winter. In spring. Okay. The cuckoos that sings in spring, or the cuckoo bird sings in spring. That is the correct option, right answer for this question. Then, where does the cuckoo sing? Where does the cuckoo sing? Where does the cuckoo sing? So option number 1, in the deep valley. Option number 2, in the highlands. Option number 3, in the shady hunt. Last option, among the farthest Hebrides. Hebrides. Okay, that's the correct Hebrides. Among the farthest Hebrides. That's the correct answer, correct option. That is D for this question. And both birds that sing in their surroundings. Both birds means cuckoo and the nightingale. These both birds refer to these birds. Both birds that sing in their surroundings. Romantic surrounding. Option number 2. Sorrowful surrounding. Option number 3. Comic. Option number 4. Happy. Option number 4. Happy. Which option is the correct option? Which option is the correct answer for this question? Present question asked by me that both the birds that sing in dash surrounding. Romantic, sorrowful, comic and happy. Romantic. So the answer is romantic. Romantic surrounding. Romantic surrounding. The next, the sweet music of the song mesmerized the writer, the poet, man, the gardener. Anyone can give the correct option for this question or the correct answer for this question? The sweet music of the song mesmerized whom? The first option is the writer, poet, the man. The last one is the gardener. The poet. So the poet was mesmerized by the sweet, melodious, beautiful, heart-touching, and mind-blowing song of the both cuckoo and the nightingale. Next, the poet compares her song. The poet compares, poet compares her song to the sweet notes of the nightingale and the dash. As you come across your two birds, two singing birds, that the poet compares her song to the sweet notes of the nightingale and the next bird. The first was the nightingale and the second is cuckoo, right? So option is cuckoo, pigeon, parrot, and crow. The correct or right option for the question is cuckoo, because you come across these two birds in this particular poem. What was the girl reaping the corn with? What was the girl reaping the corn with? Using what type of instrument? What was the girl reaping the corn with? Option number 1, axe. Option number 2, spade. Option number 2, sickle. And option number 3, harvester. Which one? Sickle. Okay. This is the instrument, cutting instrument that the girl was using just for reaping the crops. Then, who does Wordsworth compare the solitary report to? Who does Wordsworth compare the solitary report to? Option number 1, the cuckoo, the nightingale, both cuckoo and nightingale, other singers. With the correct. She, both cuckoo and the nightingale. Because here many of you come across these two birds, more often, that cuckoo and the nightingale. Repeatedly it has been used. So here that cuckoo and nightingale, that the Wordsworth compares the solitary report to cuckoo and the nightingale. Then, who was reaping and binding corn as it was the harvest time? Who was reaping and binding corn as it was the harvest time? The Highland lass, village farmer, two persons, a woman. Who was reaping and binding corn as it was harvest time? Highland lass. So you can say the meaning of this expression Highland lass, a girl who lives in the Highlands, mountain regions of Scotland. When next, the memory of this lonely girl, and the melancholy notes of her song reminded with the poet for. Again, just mindful this question. The memory of this lonely girl and the melancholy notes of her song remained with the poet for some time being 2 hours, all the time, and 10 hours. Which option is the correct answer for this question? Can you answer? Can you give the correct option? That is all the time. The memory of this lonely girl and the melancholy notes of her song remained with the poet for all the time. All the time. That option C is the correct answer for this question. Okay, then next. The nightingale's song, welcomes and soothes the tired dash or pacifies the tired, they are the travelers, the farmers, housewives, players. Again, the nightingale's song welcomes and pacifies the tired or gives some sort of relaxation from the tension and burden. Yes, the travelers, farmers, housewives, and players. Travelers. Okay, this is the correct option or correct answer for this asked question. Then pass on to the next. The poem The Solitary Reaper, The Solitary Reaper is one of the poet's finest. So finest, who can just give the positive word of this word finest or positive degree of this word finest? Can anyone? Who can give me or speak out me the positive degree of this word finest? So finest is the superlative. Its comparative is finer and positive is fine, finer, and finest. Just like good, better, and best. Okay, right. Sure. That the poem The Solitary Reaper is one of the poet's finest dash. So option 1, nature song, lyrics, hymn, and folk poetry. Lyrics. Okay, this is the correct answer. A correct option for this question. Then next, Wordsworth's poem, The Solitary Reaper, somehow dash her. Option number 1. Again, listen to this question, be mindful. Wordsworth's poem, The Solitary Reaper, somehow dash her, immortalizes, B, sucks. Option number 3, encourages. On last option, discourages. Which one is the correct option or correct answer for this question? Again, listen to this question. Okay, immortalizes. That is option number 1, immortalizes. Wordsworth's poem, The Solitary Reaper, somehow immortalizes her. Makes him immortal. And next, how did the poet listen the song? How did the poet Wordsworth or William Wordsworth listen the song? In which way or in which mood? That is, without stopping, working slowly, motionless and still, and last option, working very fast. Again, listen to this question. How did the poet listen the song? Without stopping, working slowly, motionless and still, and last option, that is working very fast. So which one is the correct option or correct answer for this question, asked question? C, motionless and still. They didn't go anywhere and stood stand still and went on hearing or listening to this song mindfully. Okay, next, what breaks the silence of the siege? What breaks the silence of the siege? Again, listen. What breaks the silence of the siege? Option number 1, the song of the nightingale, the song of the cuckoo. Option number 3, the solitary reaper's song, and last, the sound of the sea waves. Okay, the song of the cuckoo. That is option number B. The song of the cuckoo broke the silence of the siege. That is, broke the silence of the siege. Then next, then we have to pass on to the, now we just completed a present and going poem, that is The Solitary Reaper. So now to pass on to the next, that is at the high school, the prose. High School by M.K. Gandhi. At the high school, the prose by means written by the writer M.K. Gandhi. Almost all of you know this man, a renowned, well-versed, popular, and famous, not only in India but also abroad. Sure. Now, just we are going to know this story. Sorry, the prose written by this all-rounder personality, M.K. Gandhi, and the topic is at the high school. So, question is: Mahatma Gandhi was born in. M.K. Gandhi was born in the year dash. Option number 1, 1865, 2, 1869, 3, 1872, and last option that is 1875. So which one or which option the correct option or correct answer for this question? 1869. Okay, this is the correct answer. Right answer for this question. 1869. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Then, who is called as the father of the nation? Who is called as the father of the nation? It's a very easy to all of you. Who is called, because from the very beginning that we have been collecting a lot of ideas about that man, and the question being asked by me now at present. So who is called as the father of the nation? Who is called as the father of the nation? Arvind Tagore, Sarojini Naidu, option number 3, M.K. Gandhi, and Subhash Chandra Bose. Okay, Gandhi. That's the correct option or the correct answer for this question. Next, which state does Rajkot English School belong to? Which state? Which state does Rajkot English School belong to? AP means Andhra Pradesh, Gujarat, India, and last option is Uttar Pradesh. Gujarat. Okay, this is the right answer or correct option for this question. Okay, so Rajkot belongs to Gujarat district. M.K. Gandhi passed his matriculation in the year. M.K. Gandhi passed his matriculation in the year. Option number 1, 1885. Option number 2, 1890. 3, 87, and 86. So which option is the correct answer for this question? 1886. Okay, this is the right and correct option. That's the right answer for this question. Okay, the next. Gandhi was weak in dash. Gandhi or M.K. Gandhi was weak in dash. Option number 1, history. Option number 2, geography. Option number 3, math. And last option is physics. Gandhi was weak in dash. History, geography, math, physics. Be geography. Geography. So that's the correct option or correct answer for this question is geography. And next, Gandhi always enjoyed the dash of his teachers. Gandhi always enjoyed the dash of his teachers. Option number 1, blessings. B, love. C, affection. And last option, friendship. Okay, affection. Gandhi always enjoyed the affection of his teachers. That is the question. Option number 3, the correct answer, correct option for this question. Okay. Next, bad handwriting should be regarded as a sign of dash. Bad handwriting should be regarded as a sign of dash. Option number 1, perfect education. Option number 2, imperfect education. Option number 3, incomplete education. And last option, that is a bad story. Correct answer is 2. That is imperfect education. Bad handwriting should be regarded as a sign of imperfect imperfect, sign of imperfect education. Right. The next, who is subject? Who is subject? Imperfect education. Who is subject proved had a task? Who is subject proved had a task for Gandhi? Option number one, mathematics, geography, third, Sanskrit, and Persian. The correct option, correct answer of this question is Sanskrit. Okay. The next, correct answer. The next, when Gandhi entered the sixth standard, he became dash. When Gandhi entered the sixth standard, he became dash, delighted. Option number B, nervous. C, disheartened. Last option, that is excited. Disheartened. Correct answer is disheartened. But nervous, but disheartened. Despair. Despondent. So next, who was her taskmaster? Who was her taskmaster? Option number one, Sanskrit teacher. Option number two, Persian teacher. Three, mathematics teacher. And last option, that is Sanskrit teacher. That is the headmaster. Again, just listen to the question. Who was her taskmaster? Option number one, Sanskrit teacher. Two, Persian teacher. Three, mathematics teacher. Last option is headmaster. Sanskrit teacher. Okay. So the person was had tax all the time in pushing difficult and hard tasks to the so-called thoughts of teach students. Then next, Mr. Krishna Shankar Pandey was Gandhi's dash teacher. Mr. Krishna Shankar Pandey was Gandhi's dash teacher. Persian teacher. Option number one, Persian. To mathematics, Sanskrit, and the geography. Sanskrit teacher. He was Gandhi's Sanskrit. All the time he was teaching Sanskrit to Gandhi. Sanskrit teacher, right? Then, who was convicted of lying? Who was convicted of lying? One, Gandhi. Two, Subhash Bose. Krishna Shankar Pandey. Last one, his friend Gandhi. Okay, he was convicted of lying because perhaps one day he told a lie. That's why he was convicted. He was punished. Next, Gandhi wept seriously because of dash. Option number one, punishment. Option number two, corporal. Gandhi wept seriously because of dash punishment. Gandhi wept seriously because of dash punishment. Option number one, corporal. Two, severe. Option number three, verbal. Option three, none of these. Corporal, relating to body. Corporal and corporeal, see, these two words are completely different. Though sound of these words, pronunciation of these words are quite alike, but they're completely different, or they vary in their meanings and spellings. Corporal means relating to body, and corporeal means unseen, but spirits. Next, who was the headmaster when Gandhi was in standard 7? Who was the headmaster when Gandhi was in standard 7? Who was the headmaster when Gandhi was in standard 7? One, Prakash Durai, Durabji Idujimi, and P.S. Linton GP hota hai. Who? Dorabji. Okay, that is option number 2. Dorabji. Eduji Jimmy. So at the headmaster when he was in standard 7. Next, who said the least little blemish due tears from my eyes? Who said the least little blemish drew tears from my eyes? Subhash Bose, Jimmy, Gandhi, and Arvind Tagore. Gandhi. Okay. He told that the least little blemish means blunders of hers drew tears from my eyes. So that's told by Gandhi. Then, in which standard Gandhi obtained scholarship of rupees 4 and 10? In which standard Gandhi obtained scholarship of rupees 4 and 10? Option 1, 4th and 5th. 4th and 5th. 2, 5th and 6th. 3, 6th and 7th. And last option, 4th and 7th. That is 5th and 6th. Okay. Right, correct answer is the correct answer. In 5th and 6th standard, he obtained or got scholarship of rupees 4. Okay, then passing to the next. Who made gymnastics and cricket compulsory? Because at present we are discussing the MCQs of or the high school. At the high school by Gandhi. So this is the question of that topic. Who made gymnastics and cricket compulsory? Who made gymnastics and cricket compulsory? Gandhi, his teacher, Jimmy, and his friends. Dorabji, Jimmy. Okay. Right. Dorabji, Eduji, Jimmy. That man made gymnastics and cricket compulsory. This is the correct right option or correct option for this question. Mr. Jimmy didn't believe Gandhi and fined him because the weather was. Again, listen to this question. Mr. Jimmy didn't believe Gandhi and fined him because the teacher was dash. Fine, dark, cloudy, because the weather was dash. Option number 1, fine. Option number 2, dark. Option number 2, 3, cloudy, and last option, that is rainy. Cloudy. Okay, right. It's a correct option, correct answer for this question. Cloud, because the weather was cloudy, covered with clouds. Who told, inverted comma begins, man of truth must also be man of chaos. I can listen. Who told a man of truth must also be man of chaos? Option number 1, Jimmy, Gandhi, Dr. Weldon, last option, his friends. Gandhi. Okay, this is the actual and exact answer or exact correct option of this question. The next, there was a short dash going on between the Sanskrit and Persian translation. There was a short of S-O-R-T dash going on between the Sanskrit and Persian teacher. Friendship, B, cooperation, C, rivalry. Last option, jealousy. Okay, rivalry. There is a sort of rivalry going on between the Sanskrit and Persian teacher. The next, in Sanskrit, everything had to be learned dash hat. In Sanskrit, everything had to be learned dash hat. Option number 1, in. Option number 2, 2, option number 3, by, option number 4, at. So which option is the correct option or correct answer for this question? By. Okay, because by hat is a phrase. So whenever we just try to make a sentence using this expression by hat, we have to get everything by hat. The students have to learn everything, learn the teachers of the teaching, the teachings of the teacher. As the students have to learn the teachings of the teacher by heart. It's a phrase. Then who named, okay, so that's that be complete. Then we have to pass into the story, that is the story for 2 minutes. The story, the chapter is a tiger in the house. The story, a tiger in the house. Tiger in the house. Ruskin Bond. Okay, the story writer is Ruskin Bond. A tiger in the house. Who named the tiger cub? Timothy. Timothy. Who named the tiger cub? Timothy. Bond's father, Bond's mother, Bond's grandfather, and Bond's grandmother. Okay, right. Correct option, correct answer. Bond's grandmother. Then next question. What was Timothy's length? What was its length? 15 inches, option 1, option 2, 17 inches, option 3, 18 inches, last option 20 inches. 20 inches. No, 15 inches. 15 inches. Correct option is 15 inches. Then next. The tiger cub was brought up entirely on dash. Option 1, fruit, rice, milk, and bread. Milk. Okay. That's the correct option. Correct answer for this question. The tiger cub was brought up entirely on milk. Option number 3. Who was Mahmud? That option 1, servant, cook, farmer, caretaker. Oh, that's the correct answer. Correct option for this question, cook. At first, Timothy appeared to be quite afraid of. At first, Timothy appeared to be quite afraid of dash. To be quite afraid of dash. Poppy, option number 1. Option number 2, monkey. Option number 3, pigeon. Last option, rabbit. Poppy. Okay, this is the right and correct answer of this question. That Poppy. What was Timothy's favorite place? What was its favorite place? Option number 1, kitchen. Option number 2, bedroom. Option number 3, drawing room. Option number Father, last option, garden. Okay. Drawing room is the correct and exact answer or exact option of this question. The next. Who slept at night in the cook's quarters? Who slept at night in the cook's quarters? Option number 1, cat. Option 2, caretaker. Option 3, Timothy. And last option, grandmother. Okay, this is the exact option or correct option or correct answer for this question. The next, who decided it was time to transfer? Who decided it was time to transfer him to a Jew? Who decided it was time to transfer to a Jew? Option 1, grandmother. Option 2, grandfather. Option 3, the owner. And last option, the writer. Grandfather. Okay, grandfather, right. Okay, this is the correct and exact option for this question. Thank you. Then, grandfather took Timothy to Lucknow. Grandfather took Timothy to Lucknow by option number 1, train. Option number 2, bus. Option number 3, car. And last option, truck. Train. Okay, this is the right and appropriate answer for this question. Then next, person to the next of this present ongoing story, Tiger in the house. Stroll means, S-T-R-O-L-L, stroll means, yes. Option number 1, quickly walk, walking carelessly. Option 3, leisurely walk. Last option, running quickly. Leisurely walk. Okay, right. This is the appropriate, suitable answer for this question. Leisurely walk. Then, Ruskin Bond belongs to dash. Means belongs to which country? Option 1, India. Option 2, America. Option 3, France. Option 4, England. Okay, India. This is the appropriate and suitable answer for this question. India. I belong to India. The next. Who approached the birds and allowed grandfather to put both hands around his head? Again, listen to this question. Who approached the birds, means went very near towards the birds, and allowed grandfather to keep both hands around his head? Tiger. Option 2, lion. Option 3, the writer. Last option, the grandfather. Oh, this is the exact, appropriate and suitable answer for this. Timothy the tiger. Okay, thank you. Then next, who showed the leopard away? Drove him away. Who showed the leopard away? The writer, grandfather, outsiders, and last option, the superintendent of the zoo. The exact answer, the exact option of this question. Okay, right. Grandfather. Grandfather, right, is the correct answer. Who have been Next, who had been stroking and slapping, who had been stroking and slapping Timothy, who had been striking and slapping Timothy. Option number one, the superintendent, grandfather, the narrator, and last option, the keeper. Okay, grandfather is the correct and appropriate answer of this question. And next, how did Timothy die? How did the tiger die? Option number one, cancer. Option two, fever. Option three, pneumonia. Last option, that is none of the above. Okay, pneumonia is the exact correct and appropriate answer for this question. Thank you. Thank you. The next, a tiger in the house. Tiger in the house was written by a tiger in the house. The story was written by option number one, Premchand, two, Tagore, three, Ruskin Bond, and last option, that is William Wordsworth. Who are the writer of this story? Present discuss story. Okay, right. The correct. Ruskin Bond. Correct answer. Ruskin Bond. Thank you. The next. Who is the writer of the story, The Beggar? Who is the writer of the story? Okay, right, right. Thank you. The next. Next, that is who does the expression then next who does the expression you should a teacher refer to? You should a teacher refer to the beggar, Olga, Serge's teacher, and village school teacher. Who does the expression? Okay, the beggar, right. Whose eyes fell on the man's overshoes? Whose eyes fell on the man's overshoes? The beggar, the Serge, the writer, and the teacher. Serge. Okay, correct answer. Right option for this answer. For this question. Thank you. On the dash of the east month, the beggar came to chop wood for Serge. On the dash of the east month, the beggar came to chop wood for Serge. Option one, last day. Option two, first day. Option three, first Monday. Last option, last Monday. First day, okay. On the first day of each month, the beggar came to chop wood for Serge. Right, correct answer. Thank you. Then, who hurried into the dining room? Means went there quickly or rushed in the spot. Who hurried into the dining room? Option one, Serge. Option two, the teacher. Option three, Olga. And last option, the writer. Who hurried into the dining room? Okay, Serge. Okay, this is the right correct answer. Serge. Laskov asked for a seat in the dash. Laskov asked for a seat in the dash. Gallery, balcony, stalls, and house seats. One. Okay, gallery. He asked for a seat in the gallery. Then next, what is the meaning of the word mendicant? What is the another meaning of this word mendicant? Option number 1, poor. Option number 2, beggar. Option number 3, rich. And option 4, rowdy. Okay. Actual another meaning of this word mendicant is beggar. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Then what is the meaning of the word plus? What is the meaning of the word plus? What is the meaning of the word plus? Option number 1, become red. Option number 2, become white. Option 3, become weak. Last option, angry. Okay, this is the correct answer. Become red. Become red. Become red. Right. At last, Tuskov became a well-to-do dash. At last, Tuskov became a well-to-do dash. Advocate, manager. Option 3, notary. Option 3, singer. Notary. Okay, this is the correct answer. Right. Thank you. Thank you. Then Tuskov board and departed to the dash stage. Tuskov board and departed to the dash. Departed to the dash. Option 1, stage. Option 2, gallery. Option 3, jungle. Last option, zoo. Last option, zoo. Again, listen to the question. Tuskov board and departed to the dash. Stage. Option 2, gallery. Option 2, jungle. Last option, zoo. Okay, gallery. This is the correct and right option for this question. Thank you. The next person to the next. Tuskov took Sergey's letter to. Tuskov took Sergey's letter to dash of Sergey's teacher. Option 2, brother. Option 3, advocate. Last option, friend. Last option, friend. Okay, friend. That's the correct and exact answer of this question. The next, thank you all. The next, what is the meaning of the word swear? What is the meaning of the word swear? Prompt, then bhav, cut and destroy. Okay, take a bhav or promise. Take a bhav or promise, right? That's another substitute of the word swear. Promise or bhav. Next, what was the final advice of Sergey to Tuskov? What was the final advice of Okay. So what are the final advice of Sargis to Laskar? What was the final advice, last advice of Sargis Laskar? Option number one, not to drink vodka. Option two, not to beg. Option three, not to tell lies. Last option, not to drink and work hard. Not to drink and work hard. Okay, it's the right answer. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Thank you all. The next, the main idea of the story is dash. The main idea of the story is, or you can call it as the gist of the story or the essence of the story is option one, friendship between man and animal. Option two, judicial system in ancient India. Option three, dignity of labor, and last option, true friendship. So which option is the correct answer for this question? Dignity of labor. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Dignity of labor. This is the right option or correct answer of this question. Thank you. The next, which country does the beggar belong to? Which country does the beggar belong to? Option one, England. Option two, India. Option three, Russia. And last option, France. France. Okay, Russia. Option number three means Russia. In three, we find this word Russia. This is the exact and correct option for this question. Thank you. Then next, which of the following is a declarative sentence? Which of the following is a declarative statement? So now we just came back to grammar because all of our previous discussions finished. 4 prose pieces, 2 poems and 2 prose pieces, 2 stories, and now we just passed into discuss grammar. That is, which of the following is a declarative sentence? Listen to it mindfully. These sentences. Option one, what a brilliant boy Piku is. Option two, he offered me a glass of juice. Option three, what did he give me? And last option, please have another cup of tea. So which one is known as the declarative statement or declarative sentence? Again, okay, again listen. Which of the following is a declarative sentence? What a brilliant boy Piku is. Second, he offered me a glass of juice. Third, what did he give me? And last option, please have another cup of tea. Okay, that is option B. Means the expression is, he offered me a glass of juice. That is declarative sentence. That is in declarative form. The next, the postman gave me a parcel. The postman gave me a, listen mindfully, the postman gave me a parcel. Choose the correct pattern of the sentence. Choose the correct pattern of the sentence. Again listen, the postman gave me a parcel. Choose the correct pattern of the sentence. Listen to the correct pattern. Option 1, SBO. Option 2, SBC. Option 3, SBOO. SBO. Which one? SBOO. How you see, just I'm going to explain it before to make it crystal clear that the postman gave me parcel. The postman, that the S, as you told, ASBOO. So the postman, S, that the subject. So how can you know or find out that this word in the sentence is the subject? Because you have to put the question who. Who gave me? Who gave me? To put the question who and the answer comes, that will be the subject. So here to sort out answer from a sentence, you have to put the question who. So here the postman is the subject. So at first came S, then is V. I'm just going to prove it. V, gave, because it has another two forms, past form and past participle. So it is B. SB, then O. Smells sweet, gave me. Me is one object and the partial is another object. Because to find out object from a sentence, you have to put the question whom and what. Sometimes whom and sometimes what. So here to find out the object partial, we have to put the question what, and me, we have to put the question whom. So here this pattern is known as SBOO. S stands for subject, B stands for B, and OO means one is direct, another is indirect. Direct object, another is indirect object. Okay, then next, this flower smells sweet. This flower smells sweet. The underlined part is dash. Subject, that is sweet. Sweet. Underlined part means sweet. This flower smells sweet. The underlined part is dash. Here the underlined word is sweet. So whether the underlined word is subject, object, verb, or complement, which one is correct? Okay, complement, because it just completes the sentence, the sense of the sentence. To make it a meaningful word, sentence, you don't write or forget this word, it is incomplete. So to complete this sentence, you have to add this another new word, and here that new word is sweet. Then only it can be regarded as a meaningful and complete sentence. The flower smells sweet. The next, sentences which ask questions. Sentences which ask questions are usually called dash. Option 1, imperative sentence. Option 2, interrogative sentence. Option 3, declarative. And last option, exclamatory. So which option is the correct answer for this question? Sentences which ask questions are usually called, okay, interrogative. Sometimes we can frame interrogative sentence in two ways, with auxiliaries in the beginning and WH word. Suppose do, does, is, am, have, has, have been, has been, did, was, were, had, shall, will, and using other modals also. Can, could, may, might, shall, should. This is one type, and second type is using WH word at the beginning. Who, where, how, when, whom, what, so on and so forth. So just we have to use these words at the beginning to make interrogative sentences. So we find interrogative two types. One type using auxiliaries or helping verbs in the beginning, and second type that is using WH words in the beginning. Well, so here that sentences which ask questions are usually called interrogative sentences. Okay, thank you. Then next, Anita is intelligent. Anita is intelligent and dash lazy. Anita is intelligent and dash lazy. Supply suitable coordinator. So option 1, or, 2 besides, 3 therefore, last option but. But okay. Anita is intelligent, but lazy. So this is the actual and appropriate coordinator of this question. Satisfactory.
The sir is just coming within 5 minutes. If you want to ask anything regarding your academic activities, you can ask. Jadi academy, sir, just coming from the toilet within 5 minutes. Anything if you want to ask, please ask. Academic matter nahi kari. Sir mane. चार्ट रे सब कौन लिखी चंदी 99% ना कौन
आंसर बोल
वो आंसर अच्छा पचान तो किसी कौन पचारी पे एकेडमी एक्टिविटीज नहीं करी ना आपण मान को मु कहि दे जे आपण मान को सब सब्जेक्ट रे जा सब हमर ऑल द रिसर्च पर्सन दैट दे हैव गिवन we will share all those things with you people, whether it is physics or English or computer science, anything. We will share with you because we are coming to the end of this EMS training program tomorrow. Tomorrow we are closing the EMS training program and sorry, not tomorrow, I think day after tomorrow perhaps, no? Okay, day after tomorrow. Day after tomorrow we are finishing the EMS training program. So after that we will share the questions that are given by all the research persons. And there is a proposal that we will print, if government agrees to this, we will print all the questions that are given by all the research persons relating to different subjects. And if the government accepts that one, then we will print it and give it to all your students. All the students will get these questionnaires because that will boost, help them for the preparation for the exams during the month of November, December, or March, April. Because in CBSE, you have got two exams. One is November, December, another is March and April. So as we have covered, even if your high school teachers, you have got those two exams also. Yeah, here in your high schools also you have got two exams, November, December, and March, April. That is your essay, summative. So you have got two exams also. Besides that, FA, that you people deal with that. But regarding the essay one, you have got first term end in same November, December, and second term end in March, April. So that will help. हमें चेष्टा करूँ तो या भीतर as soon as we get concurrence from the government, state government, we will go for printing. Last year, as you know, last year also we prepared question answer books, workbook and question answer in geometry, trigonometry, and then we have got life sciences, physical sciences, and English. This time we are trying to, besides these five, we are also trying to do it in Oriya, in geography, in history, all those things, because last time we have done this five, and this time we want to add another three, that is in geography, political science, then you have history, civics, as well as in Oriya also. We are trying to do another thing, but we want the concurrence of the government. Once at least we have received it from the government, we'll try to do it. Now I request sir to continue with his topics.
Oh, we're going to start now our previous incomplete to complete. So that is she will sell a car. She will sell a car. Choose the correct pattern of the sentence. As earlier I discussed, SBO, SBOO, SBC, SBOC. So in these ways also, she will sell a car. Choose the correct pattern of the sentence. Option 1, SBO, SBC, SBOO, SBOC. So which option is the correct appropriate option for this question? She will sell a car. She will sell a SBO. Okay. Subject, verb plus object. Subject, verb plus object. Just like I ate rice. She gave a pen. In these ways, this is coming under this pattern, that is SVO. Subject, not ZVO, SVO. Subject plus verb plus object, that is called SVO pattern. The next, thank you. The next, the sentences expressing order, the sentences expressing order, request, advice, command, prayer, is called dash sentence. Again, listen to this question. The sentences expressing the sentence or the sentences expressing order, request, advice, command, prayer is called dash sentence. Option imperative, option 2 declarative, option 3 simple, last option complex. So which type of sentence that it is coming under? Imperative. Okay, imperative sentences. So imperative sentences always give us that it doesn't have any subject at the beginning, though the subject isn't written, but it is well understood by one and all. Subject you here is omitted. Suppose if I say stand up. So stand up means simply I marked my fingers towards someone and told him or her to stand up. Means here I didn't exactly utter the word you. You is omitted here within bracket, but it is understood. So here in almost all the cases of imperative sentences, the subject is omitted, and another mark to find out whether the sentence is in that's imperative form or not is that it doesn't have any the very first part of the sentence starts with a verb. Come up, go there, stand up, give me a pen, take this book, do it at once. So all these sentences are coming under this imperative type. So that is so this is called imperative sentence. Thank you. Then next, the sentence which expresses the feelings of admiration, feelings and the sentences which express, or the sentence which expresses the feelings of admiration and surprise are called their sentence. 1, option A complex, option 2 interrogative, option 3 exclamatory, and last option imperative. Which one? Which expresses certain state of feeling and admiration. Okay, that is called exclamatory. And at the end, we have to put the note of exclamation, that is called exclamatory sign. If you forget that, it will be treated as wrong. So exclamatory, or at the end of the exclamatory sentences, we have to put or note the sign of exclamation that they must. Okay, the next, which of the following expresses command? Which of the following means following sentence expresses command? March and soldiers, don't write on the front page. Option 3, open the door. Last option, consult a doctor. I can listen to this question mindfully. Which of the following expresses command? Option 1, march and soldiers. Option 2, don't write on the front page. Option 3, open the door. Last option, consult a doctor. So which one? Okay, march and soldiers is the right and exact option for this question. Thank you. The next, the weather is fine. The weather is fine. Turn it into an exclamatory sentence. As you know, that 4 types: declarative, affirmative, or that is also known as affirmative or positive. Then second is interrogative, third is imperative, and last one is exclamatory. So you just turn this sentence into an exclamatory sentence or exclamatory form. In exclamatory form, the weather is fine. Turn it into an exclamatory sentence. Option, how fine the weather is. Listen mindfully. How fine the weather is. Option B, what fine weather is. Option 3, how is the weather fine. Last option, what weather fine is. Which option is correct? Which option? That is option number 1. How fine the weather is. Okay, right. This is the correct option or right answer for this question. Thank you. And at the end also you have to put the note of exclamation. Unless you forget, you can get good mark or the exact right mark. You will not be out of the exact mark for this question given. So you have to, don't forget to put that note of exclamation at the end of this sentence. Okay, then next. A crowd of people, they are shouting slogans. A crowd of people, they are shouting slogans. that is subject verb agreement. So present discussion about subject verb agreement. So a crowd of people dash shouting slogans. Option 1 where, option 2 are, option 2 have, last option was. Okay, was. A crowd of people was shouting slogan. Then next, bread and butter dash my favorite breakfast. Bread and butter dash my favorite breakfast. Option 1 was, option 2 is, option 3 have, last option has. Okay, is. Singular verb. So here for that case we have to use singular verb, that is. Then next, none of them dash came. None of them dash came. Option 1 have, option 2 are, option 3 has, last option am. Correct option has. Okay, none of them has come. Curry and rice dash his favorite food. Curry and rice dash his favorite food. Option 1 is, option 2 has, option 3 was, last option have. Curry and rice was. Okay, singular. It may be is or was, but we have to use singular verb for that. Curry and rice was his favorite food. The police dash chasing the burglar or the thief. The police dash chasing the thief. Option is 1, option 2 was, are, and has. Are, because police is plural, so we have to choose, that is plural verb. The police are. Had it been singular, we have to use singular. So that's, as it is plural, so we have to use plural verb for that. Food dash necessary for living. Food dash necessary for living is, will, had, and would. Okay, is. That is correct. Option is. Food is necessary for living. And the cattle dash grazing in the field. The cattle dash grazing in the field. Option 1 is, option 2 was, option 3 shall, option 4 are. Because plural, so we have to use this option is fit and appropriate for this blank. That is, the cattle are grazing. So far as verb, subject verb agreement is concerned. Then Gopal and his sister dash came. Dash come. Gopal and his sister dash come. Option have, option 2 has, option 3 had, last option will. Have. Okay, this is the correct answer. Gopal and his sister have come, both. One of the chairs dash broken. One of the chairs dash broken. One of the chairs dash broken. Option 1 is, option 2 are, option 3 were, last option am. Okay. Has or is. So we have 4 options: is, are, was, am. Is broken. Singular. That is, we have to use singular verb. Then next to cover up or complete this present ongoing discussion, physics dash my favorite subject. Physics dash my favorite subject. Is, will be, were, and had. Okay, is. So physics is my favorite subject. So now we are coming to discuss the preposition. So preposition, at first discussing preposition, so we have to know the meaning or definition of what preposition. What does it mean? If anyone will ask to define a preposition, what the meaning of this preposition, how can you define? So prepositions indicate the relations to the other words in a given sentence. Prepositions indicate the relations to the other words in a given sentence. This is the definition of prepositions. Okay, so there are innumerable prepositions: in, on, at, between, among, over, above, beside, besides, and many more. But we have to use, it's used appropriately. Sometimes you come across, so far this present discussion is concerned, so that the question is concerned in two ways. Insert appropriate prepositions wherever necessary. Insert appropriate prepositions wherever necessary or in its right place. And in the second way, fill up the blanks using appropriate prepositions. So some prepositions that you have to cram it, not get it by heart. It needs cramming, and some prepositions that you have to get it by heart, you have to understand. Some fixed prepositions are there. Just like I am suffering from fever, you can't use any other because so many prepositions are there. So these are the exact and certain prepositions that we have to just use before some words. These are called fixed. So you have to just cram it and keep it in your brain. And some that you have to get it by heart. You have to grasp it, you have to understand it, you have to go through it thoroughly. That is called get it by heart. You have to understand it, so to say. So here, I'm just going to look at that preposition. The man killed the bird, dash a gun. The man killed the bird, dash a gun. By, with, at, in. By, with, at, in. The man killed the bird. The man killed the bird, dash a gun. Not by is wrong. Appropriate with, because with is used whenever an instrument is denoted. Remember, with is used whenever an instrument is denoted. By is used in case of an agent. By is used in case of an agent of the work being done by someone. This work is done by me, by agent. So with is for instrument. Whenever an instrument is denoted, we use this preposition with. So here instrument, gun is one type of killing instrument. We can just kill a bird or any other animal or person using that instrument. It is one type of killing instrument. So the man killed the bird with a gun. With a gun, that's the actual and appropriate option. Then the book is dash the table, in, over, on, with. In, over, on, with. The book is on the table because direct contact. Direct contact, whenever we think of direct contact or actual contact, that we have to use on. So the book is on the table. The table is full dash books. The table is full, F-U-L-L, full dash books. Option in, 1 in, option 2 on, option 3 off, option 3 with. The table is full of, full of, full of. So full, always take the preposition of, full of books. We have 3 types dash preposition. Listen it mindfully. We have 3 types dash preposition. So far as preposition concerned, just now I am asking you to take note of these 4 options. Listen. One is on, option 2 with, option 3 off, last option by. We have 3 types dash preposition of, types of. The next, he is good dash mathematics. He is good dash mathematics. So option 1 on, option 2 in, option 3 with, last option at. Which one is appropriate? At. Okay, he's good at. Sometimes we just fill up this blank using in. No, that's wrong. Because we are following everything as per the late grammarians. We are just following their footprints. What they have told, just we are following it. So that he is good at mathematics. Then next, the Second World War ended. The Second World War ended dash 1945. Option 1 in, option 2 with, option 3 at, and last option on. In. Okay, that's the exact answer, exact correct option for this question. Then Kotak is dash Mahanadi. Kotak is dash Mahanadi. Option 1 in, option 2 at, option 3 on, last option over. Is on. That is called Kotak stands. Sometimes we just listen this way. Kotak stands dash Mahanadi. Kotak stands on Mahanadi.
Dear colleagues, friends, if you have got any more doubts or anything, if you want to talk with sir, because the time is going to be over. If you want to interact with sir in any matter, please you can. ଆପଣ ମାନେ ଯଦି ସାରଙ୍କ ସାଥିରେ କୌଣସି ମ୍ୟାଟରରେ ଇଣ୍ଟରାକ୍ଟ କରିବାକୁ ଚାହୁଁଛନ୍ତି ଦୟାକରି ପଚାରନ୍ତୁ. Please ask if you have got any, if you want to interact with sir in any matter. Please. ପଚାରନ୍ତୁ ଯଦି କ'ଣ ପଚାରିବେ. କିଛି ପଚାରିବେନି? ଆଉ ଯଦି ଆପଣମାନେ ପଚାରିବେନି ତେବେ let us close today. So we come to the end of today's session. Okay, we come to the end of today's session, and thank you very much and enjoy the day. Good night for you all people. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.